questions about unit conversion, so we're going to work through a couple of these. These are coming from the Unit 1, Section 3 homework. The Unit 1, Section 3 covered unit conversions and dilutions. So the first problem on that assignment, number 1, says 0.200 milliliters equals how many microliters? Milliliters equals how many microliters? So I set this up as always. What I have first, 0.200 milliliters, and then I want to set this up in a way that I'm getting rid of the milliliters. So I would put that on the bottom. What I want to be left with is microliters, so that goes on the top. Now what I need to put in here is what is the connection or the relationship between milliliters and microliters. I know that there's 1 microliter or 1 milliliter will contain 1,000 microliters. My units cancel out for the milliliters. I'm left with microliters, which is what I'm going for. If I do the math across the top, I end up with 0.2 times 1,000. When I do that, I get 200. The milliliters canceled away, so what I'm left with is just microliters. Okay, let me do another one real quick here. So number 2 on this assignment says express 25 milligrams per liter as grams per liter. Oh, sorry, grams per kiloliter. Well, that's no sweat. So I've got 25 milligrams for every 1 liter. And now I want to change 2 of these units. So let's do milligrams first. And so I want to go from milligrams to grams. So I put the milligrams on the bottom so that it'll cancel out. And I also want to go from liters to kiloliters. So the liter starts off on the bottom here, so I put the other one up top so that those will cancel out. So now I just need to go back in here and make sure that my relationships are right. So I know that 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams, and I know that 1 kiloliter is equal to 1,000 liters. I like to come in and cancel out my units, so liters go away, milligrams go away, I'm left with grams per kiloliter. And then remember with these I can cancel like terms. So 1,000 on top and 1,000 on the bottom go away. I could do the math where I multiply 25 by 1,000 and then divide the whole thing by 1,000. Same idea. So I end up with 25 grams per kiloliter, which makes sense. I started off 25 milligrams per liter. I know a gram is 1,000 milligrams, and I know a kiloliter is 1,000 liters. So it shouldn't be too tricky there. Let's do another one just for fun. So I am making this up, or let's do the first part of number 3 there. So 45 micrograms per deciliter. And it says eventually we want to measure this out as milligrams per liter. Excuse the phone, sorry, I should have hung that up. So I've got 2 things that I'm adding together, and it says express the final concentration in milligrams per liter. So I'm going to go ahead and convert micrograms per deciliter to milligrams per liter. So I simply set this up same way we've been doing. I need to go from micrograms to milligrams. So micrograms on the bottom, milligrams on top, that way my micrograms can cancel out. And then deciliters on the bottom here, so I'll put a deciliter at the top there, and I need to go to liters, so we'll put liter on the bottom. I know that there are 1,000 milligrams or micrograms in every 1 milligram, and I know that there are 10 deciliters for every 1 liter. So now I'm going to do the math across the top and math across the bottom, and I end up with 450 over 1,000. I do that math and I end up with 0.450 milligrams per liter. That makes sense because my micrograms canceled out, my deciliters canceled out, I was left with milligrams per liter.